Welcome back to the Daley Show. I'm here with Chris Meadows from Magoffin County,
Yes.
and you're a part of what we call ACT. So would you explain what ACT represents and what you do with that?
ACT is activating catalytic transformation, and it's where you have a school team that works together to come up with a problem of practice. Every school's problem of practice is different, and we develop a theory of action, and within that theory of action there are different levers, different inputs from what students will be doing to what teachers do, to what administrators do, and even what your community is doing to help solve or fix that problem of practice.
And ACT was developed by Dr. Jennifer Carroll and some other staff members at KVAC. And there's a couple of other professional learning programs that we developed here at KVAC. What issues did you folks decide that you wanted to tackle?
We looked at increasing proficiency or the growth toward that proficiency because, there is such an importance on students being proficient. But in addition to that, we were looking at what strategies are teachers using to help students become proficient, those successful strategies. So teachers are publishing those strategies through a Google form so that we have a school-wide document that any teacher can get on there and look at. And if there's a strategy they're interested in trying, that teacher's name is listed there, how the strategy worked for them, when their planning period is, if they'd like to schedule time to communicate with that colleague about that strategy. And students, we have had them with their CERT scores, the College Equipped Readiness Test, which is a diagnostic testing system that we're using now aligned with ACT. Students have been doing individual goal setting. So as a part of this, teachers have also worked with the students to individually set stretch goals so that they could work throughout the year to individualize what they were doing as students and reach those benchmarks that they had set. Then we worked with the community. This goes in different directions, but we thought about how in most communities, they're more aware of your sports teams or your athletic teams than they are your academics. So we took the approach that we would like to publicize what our teachers and students are doing within our community. And so our art department made cardboard painted hornets. We're the Hornets.
Yeah.
So much like Lexington did the horses and displayed throughout the community, and Pikeville did with the bears.
Yeah.
We had our community engagement coach through ACT go out into the community and partner up community members with our teachers. For example, we have a local pharmacist that is partnered with our chemistry teacher. And they have conversations about the students' goals that they've set, and we also had those hornets displayed in these businesses so that would serve as a talking point when people come in and out of these businesses. It might say, ask me about Mr. Salyer's chemistry class. So that community member is in contact with those teachers and can then inform the community about things that are going on academically within the school, rather than just being aware of a sports schedule or a game.
It sounds so. The program is working. Is it?
It is. It's a work in progress. We are starting to see some classes that have met goals as a class. And for example, tomorrow we have a community member that is sponsoring a pizza party for that class because they met their goal, and he will be there with that teacher to participate in that. Because one of the things that we said we would do as we work through this is that we would celebrate success. So we're going to have a little celebration tomorrow with one of those groups, and we hope as we near the end of the year that we'll see more of that happen. We've also invited these people to serve as guest speakers so that our students know more about those career paths that the teachers have partnered with.
So Chris, why did you go into education? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Born into, I guess, a family of teachers. It never seemed to be a choice to me. It was just like that was the thing to do. I taught high school math for 7 years. And then I served as an assistant principal for 10 and a half. And this is my third year as principal, all at the same school. I've always been at Magoffin County High School.
Okay. Well, and of course you got a new school.
New school, yes.
So how has education changed and for the public to understand, how has education changed, and how have you, as a teacher, educator, leader, had to do things differently?
I think the biggest change for me over the past 20 years is the advancement in technology and the available resources that we have now, as opposed to when I started 20 years ago. And I think teachers are more innovative now and are getting away from the textbook. People still say that don't understand education completely, like schools need those textbooks. It's a resource, but it's not the only one. And we have a lot of teachers that use the internet daily, use multiple resources, and really think outside the box. And you can get the same goals accomplished by doing that. And it's more exciting and energizing for students as well.
Good. Yes, students like to use technology.
Our students now have grown up with it. They've grown up with iPads and they can maneuver much better than we can with that. So we have to stay with that to keep their attention.
Yeah. And as you know, McGoffin County has leads the state in unemployment. And we've got some special challenges, but those challenges create opportunities. And the McGoffin County School District is just doing some remarkable things. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.